Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Chan, and welcome to this whole discussion on what's been going on with Cupcake recently. I hope you enjoy. Now, I'm going to get into my whole thoughts and opinions regarding the situation. So, honestly, Cupcake's tweets caught me off guard. It's literally the most shocked I've been all year from a celebrity, except for logging into Twitter and seeing James Charles's plump $1 million booty cheeks sprinkled all over my timeline. That was weird, but not the point. Cupcake actually has a very bubbly, positive personality, and that's why this is weird.
Hug me, fuck me, daddy better make me show. You better hug me, fuck me, my tongue of love to deep throat, yeah. Baby boy, go rock your teeth like when we have sex, fuck me like you obsessed with you. Pretty little bitch when I'm out with Charlie. You can keep more ass on us than it's your life, darling. That bitch, make it when you can't get over me, your ass a pussy, I'm a bumper like a over.
Like, where do we start? How do I do this?
Gotta just... Every time he hit this pussy up in doggy style, woo, my vision getting foggy now. Every time he hit this pussy up in doggy style, yelling out. Swallowing cum, make me. I'm talking every day, you won't wanna hear all this. So sticky with it, a boy got shit on this. Come get you a sample, lips when you combo. Pussy taste sweet, cause I ain't my pineapple. Like a couple condos, blue, you can handle. But pussy gooey like don't be for the egg scramble. Never trust a man who wear bricks, cause he gon' wanna fucking give it bricks. Something to eat. So open my legs, hold up and feet, let me get it.
So initially I thought she might have just been pushing buttons or just trolling or might have been hacked. But in a live, she said that it was her who tweeted that stuff and that she was just fed up and she felt that she was holding back on what she needed to say and that she could finally come out and say it. So I don't see where she told any lies in any of her tweets, but I do think that she may have been mildly problematic, more out of the ordinary than problematic in my opinion. So now I'm just going to call out the hypocrisy. Basically, Cupcake is genuinely unproblematic from what I've observed from the time I've been following her up until now. Let's talk about how she is portrayed in the media as a problematic aggressor. So basically, it's some beefs that Cupcake has been involved in. Really not beef, but just people starting up stuff with her. Cupcake versus Cardi. So Cupcake basically said that she doesn't like the fact that the industry doesn't support her because she doesn't have Cardi's more acceptable media look. Basically, what happened was Fashion Nova cut Cupcake's performance for her performance time for Cardi's, and so Cupcake is like, you know what, screw this, I'm not going to perform. Basically, after that, Cupcake versus Mariah Lynn, who is another female rapper. Mariah Lynn, jumped on Twitter to basically take up for Cardi and say how Cupcake is ungrateful in that situation. So that was somebody else coming at Cupcake that really didn't need to come at Cupcake. Cupcake really wasn't having a problem with Cardi, but Mariah Lynn made it into a problem. And I think the fact that she was calling Cupcake ungrateful because maybe Mariah Lynn is upset that she wasn't getting the opportunities that Cupcake is getting, and she feels that she would have taken that opportunity in a heartbeat, and Cupcake is unappreciative. Honestly, it was Cupcake's opportunity to accept or deny, so I don't see how that makes her ungrateful, but I mean, hey, that's the world according to Mariah Lynn. Next, Cupcake versus Azalea Banks. Now, this is very interesting. Azalea was salty because Deep Throat blew up, that song by Cupcake, Deep Throat, and she started taking shots at Cupcake. Also, I don't know when this happened, but Cupcake posted a picture of herself in a mesh shirt saying, like, basically saying that she looked good, being confident, and Azalea said that she needed surgery on her breasts and called Cupcake a gorilla. So I just find that very interesting because that's what people are doing now in their tweets. They're saying that Cupcake is a gorilla, and it's a very interesting form of internet deja vu because that already happened, and Azalea, I'm guessing, started that whole rude piece of trash. Now we're gonna go back into the tweets that Cupcake sent out recently. So basically, with the whole J Park thing, I think I've already touched on this, but he walks his swag synonymous with Black culture. No lie there. Camila Cabello has been called out for being racist before, so really not that far fetched. No lie there. Shawn Mendes has been called gay multiple times by multiple people. A lot of people have been saying that, so not that far fetched. I don't believe she really should have brought that up in this situation, in my personal opinion, because that's not something that I would have said as an influencer slash baby influencer, because I'm not really there yet in my career. But that's really not something that I would have said or brought up or thought of. But Cupcake went ahead and said it. Okay. Um, Also, with this whole Sean situation, I'm literally dying laughing researching this whole situation because honestly, Cupcake never explicitly said that she was talking about Sean and Camilla. Fans must have already assumed that she was talking about Sean and Camilla, and in my opinion, it had to be because they think that Sean and Camilla are, well, one of them's racist and the other one's gay because nobody explicitly said that. But I think that the fans are jumping to conclusions, and that really confuses me because if fans are jumping to conclusions saying that Camilla is racist and Sean is gay, that's basically calling your fave gay and racist. Like, two things that you guys have been, or the stands have been asking people to stop saying about them, but yet they jump to conclusions and go ahead and say that anyways. So I'm really confused about the whole situation. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but this is why I'm saying there's a whole lot of hypocrisy with this whole Cupcake situation. Also, Twitter stands said that basically um, that's who she was talking about when she never said their names, and this is why I don't understand. I hate the cancel culture when people hop on a hashtag and have outrage over something they don't even know about. It's this whole eagerness to cancel someone, but you can't even follow the Twitter thread far enough back to see what's really going on with it, and it's super embarrassing. Like, she never even said that, and people just said that she said that to place blame on Cupcake, to place blame on her. So this is my whole issue. Like, imagine having a free thought in 2019. Like, you come on the internet, no one told you to be mad or to have outrage or what I like to call clout rage, where you just get mad for clout. You just arrive to a conclusion on your own. You don't stand somebody because you found their behavior problematic and you decided that you didn't want to stand. And nobody's telling you not to stand because apparently that's what goes on in the internet. People just don't stand because everybody else isn't standing. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Next, with the Chung Ha stands, basically they were flooding Cupcake's Twitter and her comment section with Chung Ha dancing. So basically what Cupcake did was go off and told them to stop and that she doesn't mess with Chung Ha like that, and she started joking about the girl's name. So I'm not seeing how that is problematic, but I mean, I guess there's different rules for different people. Also, I just want to point this out about K-pop stans, and I've said this in the past, and this is one reason I really can't get behind standing K-pop artists. K-pop stans are the literal worst. Like, they are the literal worst stans on the planet. It's already been confirmed that they're horrible and they're obviously turning a roast into racism. And I don't think Cupcake is racist. How are you going to turn a roast into racism? It doesn't make any sense. And they're trying to start a Cupcake is over party, and it's a hashtag. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm just going to say this and I'm going to say it out loud. Just because somebody doesn't like your fave doesn't mean they're racist. And it's just so dumb to me, and I just don't understand. Also, Cupcake said that she wanted to ghostwrite for Sweetie, and the her chain of tweets that came out recently, and everybody called her problematic when she was just trying to make a business transaction and a business move with Sweetie. She said she wanted to ghostwrite for the girl because honestly, Cupcake has bars, and that would really boost Sweetie's music, in my opinion. Don't really Sweetie that I really don't listen to her music honestly, but it what I've heard needs a little bit of help, and Cupcake could definitely help her with that. So that would be a great collab. But everybody was calling her names for that, saying that she was problematic for saying that she wanted to ghostwrite for Sweetie, which I don't understand. Then everybody decided they were going to dig up Cupcake's old tweets, which she had already apologized for. It was something toward the Asian community, and she'd already said sorry for that. And I don't understand why people are still upset about that situation, but I mean, can't tell people when they can and can't be mad. She also stated that she wanted to smash Jungkook. He is another K-pop artist. I'm pretty sure, not really sure with that whole situation. And everyone came for her for no reason. I really don't understand why people are mad that she said she wanted to smash Jungkook. But that's another reason people keep calling her problematic because she wanted to smash Jungkook. To be a little analysis on K-pop fans. Somebody on Twitter brought this up, and I thought it was really interesting about the whole Jungkook situation. When Cupcake said that she wanted Jungkook and she wanted to ride on him and that she wanted to smash him and that she stand Jungkook, all the K-pop fans were like, "Oh my god, you dirty whore, leave Jungkook alone." But now that she says that she doesn't like Chung Ha, everybody's like, "Oh my god, you dirty whore, leave Chung Ha alone." So I'm like, do you want her to stan K-pop or do you not want her to stan K-pop? Like, the way she does it, y'all always have an issue with. If she does it and stands K-pop, if she does it and doesn't stand K-pop, y'all get on her head. So here's the thing, I don't understand what people want from her. I mean, hey, honestly, do you, sis? If she wants to smash somebody, she can smash somebody. I don't understand why there's all this hypocrisy and everyone's hating her. It's definitely just the whole cancel culture trash. And if I was her, I don't know if I would be able to carry on. And honestly, we're going to get to that and what's going on with Cupcake now because this whole situation has gotten crazy with the live when she's in the Orlando hotel room and she's sitting down and she's crying. All right, next part coming up. So I'm going to give my finishing thoughts on this whole situation. Basically, after all of this stuff went down, everybody was in my comment section, a whole lot of my subbies, and we were all talking about what we think's going on. Do we hear about the whole situation that's happening? So what had happened after all of this is Cupcake actually canceled her tour that she was on currently. She was on tour currently when this all happened. She canceled her tour, and in her Instagram live video, she said, quote unquote, that she didn't want to corrupt the youth. Honestly, it's not her fault because what had happened was she did an all ages show, and there was a large group of young children that came and was screaming her lyrics to the top of their lungs, really enjoying her music. In my opinion, it's honestly not her fault. Parents need to watch their kids and filter what music they're allowed to listen to. As an artist and an influencer, it's not her job to worry about people listening to her music and being corrupted or it being inappropriate because she has bigger things to worry about, and it's honestly not her fault. It's the parents' fault. Please, please go and filter what your children hear if you don't want them listening to that type of music. So, also, as a part of her retirement, she is removing her music from all platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, etc. On top of that, her Instagram is disabled, kind of, sort of. She's not posting, all the posts are gone and all that. Her Twitter was disabled, I think, also, but it got reinstated recently. In my opinion, this is completely sad, and we don't want her to retire. We want her to stick around as a fan and as somebody who really likes her personality. Seeing her leave and go out bad like this is really hurtful to me. In my opinion, she is the modern day Shakespeare. She's the closest thing we're going to get to Shakespeare. Her bars literally go crazier than a squirrel on bath salts. So we're going to be missing all that good music if she decides that she's really going to stick to her guns about staying retired. And she says she is okay, but honestly, it's obvious that she's not okay. She looks like she's struggling with her mental health and going through some depression, some anxiety, like stress. She looks very unhealthy. And I do think that if she decides to take a break and not really go through with her retirement, it would be definitely good for her in the long run. Me and the rest of her fans are definitely hurting for her. We honestly just want her to metaphorically come home because we miss her and her music. Since she took down most of it, it's really hard to find it. Also, she took down some of the stuff I personally reacted to, which really sucks. And it really does hurt that we and we as fans hate to see her basically go out horribly and go out bad like this. And we honestly want the old Cupcake back, the old Cupcake that was feeling better, that was positive, that was super, super bubbly, as you guys saw in those clips in the beginning of the video. Also, I think we're going to get into a little bit of theories on what I think is going on, and we're just going to talk about, for the last part, we're going to talk about my theories on this whole situation. This will be the last part of this video, and I really do hope you enjoyed the video up until this part. So some of my theories on this whole situation is that, of course, like I've said throughout the whole video, that Cupcake is suffering from depression and mental health issues. She has had suicidal thoughts before this incident, and so I think it could be she's having another episode with mental health, and she's honestly suffering again right now. At first, I thought that she could be getting blackmailed, but she did say that she came out and said this herself. So honestly, I don't know if she's getting blackmailed, but I still think that that could possibly be happening. Also, on top of that, I think there may be some industry abuse going on. We all know that Cupcake is extremely underrated. She also cut a deal with Netflix recently, which is great, but we're not sure really about the behind the scenes on what happened with that. Honestly, the whole deal just doesn't sit right with me. Shortly after that, she is back doing things that are out of the ordinary. So it just seems very weird. But yeah, she cut a deal with Netflix, and a lot of her songs were in Netflix series, and they were also on shows such as Euphoria too. And I think it was in also Dear White People, something like that. They were in a few shows, so she's cut a few deals recently. But I definitely think there is industry abuse. People say that she has no talent, her music is garbage and trash, and all she does is rap about sucking dick. And honestly, that's not true. We've seen that with autism, picking cotton, pedophile, LGBT. Several of her songs don't even address talking about sucking dick or have a deeper message. So we're just gonna disprove that right now. Also, I think that she is having influencer guilt. I don't understand why, because children listening to her music is just what happens. And somebody said on Twitter that she has performed at a school before, so maybe this is just something new that Cupcake is realizing that she doesn't want to be a part of, and that she won't be performing at any schools again, or that it's time for her to retire, which I don't think is okay. I really don't want her to retire, but hey, I think she is experiencing influencer guilt. When you do become an influencer, there's a whole lot of guilt surrounding who is watching your content and making sure that what you're doing is positive. People are really just saying that it's a publicity stunt, and um, she did say that she did a lot of this to address her retirement, but I don't think that she is racist or anything like that, or problematic, um, or anything like that with this publicity stunt. But um, next, she was talking about how she couldn't change because of her size, and that goes into industry abuse. That they have her in this box where they don't really honestly care about anything she does and won't promote her and won't put her on a pedestal the same way they do other artists, and it's horrible. So she can't just come out and basically change all of her music and everything she does, even though I think that if she did do it, it would be successful still. But I do think she would get pushback back if she did switch up her style and her music and things like that. Honestly, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you felt about this whole thing. Do you agree with my theories? Which ones do you think are right or wrong? The last theory that I'm going to talk about is some parental pressure. I do think her mom is a Christian, so I don't know if it has anything to do with her mom, but it could be. I know that a lot of times with people who are Christians or very religious, and then they break away from their religion or do things that are really not synonymous with that religion, they do feel guilt. So she talked about the fact that she wouldn't be able to go to heaven if she continued on with her career path. So I think that she is experiencing um, some Christian guilt, some religious guilt, and a little bit of parental pressure maybe could be happening from her mom. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.